Hello guys, welcome to DATAHACKS. My name is Bharat Natrayan. Now we are in a 20-second video of Next.Js series. In this video, we are going to see about what is server-side rendering. Before that, we all know what is pre-rendering and what are the two types of pre-rendering: static side generation and server-side rendering. So if you don't know what is static side generation, don't worry. I will provide the link in the top right corner. It is necessary to learn before the server-side rendering. You can refer the link. So we can generate the dynamic pages with the server-side rendering using GetServersideProps. So with this GetServersideProps, we can create the dynamic pages. The SEO for the pages will be minimum when we compare to the static pages, because each time the user requests the page, it will regenerate the page with the dynamic data. So it will have the minimum SEO when we compare to the static pages. First, we are going to see about flow of the GetServersideProps. First, the user will request the server, I want certain pages request. Then the page will generate or trigger the GetServersideProps. With the help of GetServersideProps, it will pre-render the page, and the server will return. We can also catch the data by manually providing this condition. So when we use this catch manually, the data will be catched, and then the data will be provided to the user. Our pre-render page will be given as a response to the user. Next, we are going to see about where the server side rendering is going to be run. So it run only in the server side. It will never run in the client side or browser of the user, because in the server side itself it render the data, then only it will send to the browser. So after receiving this data, it will display the whole pre-render page in the browser. That's why the performance of SEO has been increased. But when we compare to the static, it bit minimum. So next we are going to see about the return data format. When we use get server side props or get static props, we will get the JSON format data. This formation will be automatically handled by the Next.Js itself. Next.Js by default itself, it taken care how to provide the data in a JSON format. So we don't need to do extra work for achieving the data in a JSON format. The example for the JSON format is this. The JSON format will be look like this. So we can easily navigate to the data which we want. After that, we are going to see where we have to use and how we have to use. First, the get server side props should be used as the standalone function. It should not used inside the function. If we use the get server side props as a property of a function, it will trigger the error. Then we can only use within the pages and cannot use within the components. Here also it will return error when we use the get server side props or static props inside the components. Next, if we have any error inside the get server side props, then we will receive the 500 error in our page. Then we could understand that the process of getting data has been achieved the error. So next I'm going to provide a practical demo for this. Here first of all I'm going to create a product list page, product list.js. After creating a product list, first of all I'm going to create the function. After this function I'm going to create the GetServersideProps, which is going to be a asynchronous function, async function get server side props. After putting this, now I'm going to create a variable which is called data, and I'm going to provide await to fetch data, and I'm going to provide the URL. So here I couldn't see here, so I have the URL already in the previous one of my pages. So I'm copying this fake REST API URL and I'm going to paste here. Next we are going to convert this into JSON format data. Here also we have to provide await dot. To convert we have to provide the JSON function. After this simply we can return the data with props data. So here also we have to provide the object. Here we have to destructure the data, then we can console the data here, console.log data. So now let's run the page. It's starting. So I'm going to access this page. Directly I'm going to access the product list page. It's navigating towards product list page. Now let's open the console. You can see here we have the 100 data. So let's print it. So I'm going to assign this data in a variable constant data 0 dot title. So within this, here I'm going to provide data. This variable is assigned here. So you can see here the data. When you refresh each time, it's going to build again. It's going to get the data and build the page, and it's provide the response. That's why we have the minimum SEO than the static pages. So guys, now we are in a final part of this video. I have explained what is GetServersideProps. I'm going to ask one question. You can provide the solution in the comment section. So by providing this answer, you can evaluate yourself how deeply you have understood this GetServersideProps. So the question is, what is the format of GetServersideProps return data? If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get the updates regularly. Thank you.